team. Bubble 1 is clear. Copy.
Flight 022, approach 1432.
When the air commences, is it my understanding then?
It's time to dive into the realm of testosterone-infused hilarity. Welcome to the Alpha Men Podcast, where we tackle the important questions in life, like can you ever have too many power tools? Is a man without a beard really a man at all? And what's up with a man bun? Come on, dude, it looks stupid. Now, before we begin, let's get something straight. We absolutely love and respect our fabulous women. They're like the sun in our solar system. But fellas, let's face it, we're different species altogether. And look, if the ladies from The View can sip tea and dish out hot takes, we think there ought to be a testosterone-fueled space where guys can be, well, just dudes. No holding back, nothing woke, no filters, just brash, unapologetic, raw manliness. This is not just a podcast, it's a brotherhood. But be warned, we will take your man card if it's warranted, and there's no apologies for being a guy. So gentlemen, tune in, turn up the volume, and let your inner alpha howl. The Alpha Men Podcast is presented by
Ohana Sports Cards on Facebook.
For incredible card breaks and more, go to OHANA Sports Cards on Facebook. By Garage Door Commander, online at garagedoorcommander.com. Produced by TJ Michaels Creative, narrated by Jamie Dennis, and dedicated to Hendrik the Viking Poulsen. 2024, all rights reserved. And now, here are your hosts, the Sultan of Swagger, TJ Michaels, and wise Kraken Whiskey Warrior, John Stacy. The Alpha Men Podcast begins now. This is the Alpha Men Podcast.
And welcome in, you sick, twisted freaks. It's the Alpha Men Podcast, Season 2, Episode 6. From the grand capital of the world, I'm TJ Michaels, and live from Daytona, USA, it is Baby Huey, a.k.a. John Stacy, and we're looking at the beach, I think, or a beach resort. What's going on over there?
Oh, we're live? Oops.
Yeah, we're live. Yeah.
I was joining the beach.
Yeah. Yeah, I
I'll go
see the
back
racetrack in the background there, too. The lights all the way over there on the edge.
Way over there.
Way over there, like in the center of your screen. Yeah,
Yep.
Very, very cool. John there to get the 500 going. Of course, today is Fat Tuesday, or as John calls it, Tuesday.
Dink.
Well, don't get upset, dude. The name may change soon, all right? Fat Tuesday has been taking Ozempic, so, I mean, just tonight on the Alpha Men Podcast, we are going to get you ready for the Great American Race, the Daytona 500 on Sunday. We will wrap the Super Bowl. Man Court is back, as well as mansplaining the news, this week's sign of the coming apocalypse, factor crap, and so much more. We've got a new segment tonight called Useless Things. My picture better not show up in that. I'm just saying.
Ooh, good call. Hold on.
I'm just saying. We want to thank our presenting sponsor, Ohana Sports Cards on Facebook. For incredible card breaks, memorabilia, it's Ohana, O-H-A-N-A. Ohana means family, and that's how they treat you. Check out Ohana Sports Cards on Facebook for great card breaks and so much more. And they're getting into the racing thing over at Ohana Sports Cards.
Sellers, he loves it. He's gonna be here. He's gonna be here Thursday.
All right. Very, very, very cool. Hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, share the podcast. We're building a brotherhood here, and we really want you to be a part of it. And if you really want to support the show, head on over to alphamenpodcast.com. Check out the Manly merch store. Great Alpha Men gear and apparel, and everything we sell, we put that money we make right back into this show. You notice there's a lot of new stuff happening lately, and a lot of time,
It pays for these
put it.
trips, it pays for these trips to Daytona,
Yeah, no, I believe there's a sanctioning racing body paying for that trip right now. But
Yes, sir.
nonetheless, the Manly merch store is open at alphamenpodcast.com. So grab a cold one, kick back, and join us in the man cave of podcasts. This is the Alpha Men Podcast.
And now, mansplaining the news. Cracking jokes and cold ones.
Mansplaining the news tonight. President Biden officially launching an outreach for younger voters this week. He is campaigning in bingo halls. I think that's what's going on. California Governor Gavin Newsom declaring a state of emergency. Now, John, you were out on the West Coast last week, or actually, you were not out on the West
No, I
Coast
was not.
last week,
No.
but NASCAR was, and big flooding. You saw all of that.
I heard the guys I worked with, they're telling me it was pretty rough over there.
Yeah, it was really, really bad. State of California in bad shape this week. He wants federal help to ensure the heavy rains don't delay shipments of his hair gel. I believe that's the big concern. After a tough week of flash flooding across California, there was a flood of flashers in Hollywood. That was a problem as well. In other news, the state of California began releasing beavers into the wild this week.
Oh, why?
You can watch what happens in the new reality show, The Kardashians Go Camping. I think I don't know why they're doing that. After being diagnosed with cancer, everybody's worried about King Charles. I keep calling him Prince Charles because he was Prince Charles for so long.
Yeah.
But they say King Charles is stepping back from his royal duties. What that means, his schedule will remain completely unchanged.
I was going to say, I don't think he does much.
Russian state TV this week said that World War III is inevitable. That's kind of scary. Then they went back to their hit sitcom, It's Always Gloomy in Moscow. Mark Zuckerberg sold his San Francisco home this week, $31 million. It's the first thing Zuckerberg has sold for millions that hasn't been the private data from your Facebook account.
That's true.
Evil
So true.
guy. Pigeon suspected of, this is a bizarre story. A pigeon suspected of spying for China has been released by the Indian government after an 8-month investigation.
They
Caught the pigeon. They thought it was a spy. They interrogated it. They kept asking the bird questions, but all it gave them was a huge load of crap. So they have left the bird go. New research shows getting high can make exercise more enjoyable. However, all the benefits of that workout are wasted on the way home from the gym in the Taco Bell drive-thru. That's
that'd be me.
Mrs. Butterworth's debuted Dunkin' Glazed Donut Syrup this week. Goes on pancakes and also the death certificates of diabetics. Nebraska dropping its tourism slogan. You've seen this tourism slogan? Yeah. Honestly, it's not for everyone. Nebraska, they are going to give that a rest. It's not for everyone. They say it doesn't bring people to the States. So some potential replacements are Nebraska is for lovers of watching paint dry. And what happens in Nebraska stays in Nebraska. And it really would if something ever happened in Nebraska. McDonald's says they're going to be cutting prices on certain menu items.
Well, that's good.
So eating there is going to be easier on your wallet, but your colon still going to pay the same price.
That's true.
Taylor Swift threatening to sue a man for tracking her private jet online this week. Now, it's wrong to announce Taylor Swift's whereabouts every moment of every day. That's kind of the NFL's job. Meanwhile, she resumed her Eras tour in Tokyo this week, and this, of course, all before she traveled to the Super Bowl. And I haven't seen an American leave that many people in Japan glowing since Oppenheimer.
Oh,
New survey. Oh, come on. It's a joke. All right. New survey says 1 in 4 Americans bet on the Super Bowl this year. And to get a sense of just how bad Americans' gambling habits are, the survey was brought to you by DraftKings. Yeah. This week, a Florida man got drunk, walked through an airport naked. There you see him.
That's Florida.
Funny part was when he walked up to the flight attendant and offered her a tiny sack of nuts.
The fuck?
On the bright side, he only had to go through the metal detector once. So, scientists have developed an artificial worm gut that breaks down plastics. This could be big news.
Yeah.
And FYI, I'm officially claiming artificial worm gut as my garage band name. I'm just saying right now that's a garage band name. Artificial worm gut.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
You the lead singer?
No. There's a Love Boat cruise launching this year. Members of the cast are going to be on it. Activities include meet and greets, photo ops, and if any of them die of old age, an at-sea burial. Justin Timberlake says he may sit down and do an interview with Oprah to combat renewed accusations of misogyny, although his friends are trying to talk him out of ripping her bra off during the
wow.
Finally, the Beetlejuice sequel will be called Beetlejuice.
Ain't popping up. Sorry.
And I would say that it has a killer cast too, but Alec Baldwin is not returning. That's mansplaining the news tonight.
Poor Alec. I mean, the guy. I mean, he's getting so much crap.
That's mansplaining the news on the Alpha Men podcast.
Beers on tap, and sometimes we drink stuff we're not proud of. Raising a glass and the bar on Manly Comedy.
I am so excited about this freaking segment tonight because finally, my wife spent last week in Pennsylvania, taking care of her mom's effects and stuff, and there's a beer that I grew up on in Pennsylvania that I can't get in Vermont.
Yeah.
And she brought me home a whole case. I think she loves me. I only asked for a 6-pack. She brought me home a case. And then she proceeded to Sunday during the Super Bowl. I drank like 5 of them. And she was like, "Hey, easy, all right?" I'm like, 7 hours. I've had 5 in 7 hours. I'm fine, But
yeah, I've seen what happens when you get drunk.
No, you haven't.
Yeah,
he's lying.
Want me to phone a friend right now?
Well, no, I don't. Evil Knievel beer fridge. We're going to pull it out from the great state of Pennsylvania, America's oldest brewery, from Pottsville, Pennsylvania, Yingling Lager.
That's probably the only thing good came out of Philly besides Philly's cheesesteak and Rocky. The rest of it sucks.
Well, it's not exactly Philly. It's Pottsville. There's a big difference.
Same thing.
No, there's a big difference.
We think of Pennsylvania as Philadelphia. This
is my Graceland right here. I wish I could get this regularly in Vermont.
So I got this from Ryan, the guy I work with. He got Sierra Nevada hazy little thing.
Yeah, you're gonna hate that. You're gonna hate that. I think you're gonna hate that.
We'll see. I'm not a big IPA.
Is it a double IPA or a single IPA?
It says little thing IPA, so I'm assuming it's a very light IPA.
It's probably a single IPA.
It's got a 6.7 alcohol volume.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Yingling Lager, 4.5 ABV, 12 IBU. Famous for its rich amber color and medium-bodied flavor with roasted caramel malt for a subtle sweetness and a combination of a cluster of Cascade hops that is a true original, delivers well-balanced taste with a very distinct character. Born from a historic recipe that was resurrected in 1987, Yingling Traditional Lager is a true American classic. And
well, this is Sierra Nevada Brew Company in Mills River, North Carolina. It's from my area.
Yep. America's oldest brewery since 1829.
Oh, fuck, no.
I know it.
Ryan, how do you drink this? It's like drinking grass.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, that is a 5 out of 5 right there. Yingling Lager. We need Vermont. You listen to me, Vermont Liquor Control Board, folks in Vermont. Listen. We need this in Vermont. All right, just telling you.
I give this
Oh man.
4 sips in.
Yep.
It got better, but not great.
So you're not an IPA guy. You're just not.
No, I'm gonna give it a 2.5.
All righty.
I mean, I could drink it, but I wouldn't say drink a bunch of them.
Yingling Lager's the winner tonight. All right, 5 out of 5. That's Beers on Tap on the Alpha Men podcast.
I think we lost. There you are. For some reason, there's all disappearing on my screen. All right.
In our opinion, there's nothing more manly than motorsports. These are John's red flag moments. This is the Alpha Men Podcast.
Well, I wasn't prepared for that. So in lieu of, I'm not used to that audio between.
Well, you're also in Daytona Beach, Florida. You're not in your home studio, and
I don't have my computer. I'm
you
doing
don't
this
have
on
your
a
regular
14-inch
computer that
screen.
you're in. So I get it.
So instead of trying to find some crazy wrecks, I found a couple crazy wrecks because, well, Daytona 500 is coming up, and these 3 are pretty memorable. So I'm gonna start off with last fall race.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get to come out. And Ryan, why is this not working? There you go. Ryan Priest's pretty wild flip at Daytona here last fall.
Yeah, this one was wild. I remember this.
Is it playing?
Mm-mm.
Well, it shows playing on my side. Of course not. That's how it works, you know. Whatever. Let's try this one then. How about Austin Dillon's wild wreck?
Well, just the thumbnail on that bad boy is rough.
There we go. That was a massive wreck.
I was there for that race. Is that the 600?
No, that's the Daytona 500.
Okay, I wasn't there for that race. I was there for the race right after Dale Sr. passed away that he won in the baseball-themed car.
Yeah.
The 600.
All the crews getting out to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bad wreck.
And then Ryan Newman's. Let's see if this one works. This was one of the most gnarly ones I thought I could remember.
This is Ryan Newman going into the catch fence, airborne.
Yeah, and then Corey LaJoie smokes him.
Finishing second. Blaney tried the top side, tried to get low. Ryan Newman goes around.
That's an impact right there.
And the car goes to its roof, and here's the on-rushing Corey LaJoie.
Bam.
Picking it up and over.
Yeah, I remember they airlifted him to the hospital, and like everybody was sure that he was not going to come out of that okay, and he did.
They built a special bar just for that car.
Yeah.
The Newman
Absolutely
bar.
Crazy.
So yeah, there's a couple wrecks from Daytona. Nothing too wild, stuff we've all seen, but I want to share them again just because why not? Daytona's coming up this weekend.
That's the red flag moment tonight on the Alpha Men podcast. I'm gonna drink beer.
I didn't write this segment, so I have no clue.
Oh, okay. Are we ready to do this? I thought there was an open or something there. Sorry.
What? There was.
Oh, I didn't see anything. My computer must be lagging. We're having problems. You just popped out of my screen. All right, here we go. Don't be a wuss tonight. You still there?
I'm still here.
Okay.
No filter, all funny.
Something's going weird on my side of things. I have no clue what's going on over here.
This is why it's a live show. You know what I mean? You can't.
You're
working without a net. Coffee too hot.
Yep.
Take a sip. Resist the urge to yelp. It's just a little liquid fire. Don't be a wuss.
Fair enough.
Right. Caught in the rain with an umbrella.
Yeah.
Strut through the storm. Water falling from the sky. It's just nature's way of giving us free showers. Don't be a wuss. All right. Ice cream too hard to scoop. Don't wait for it to thaw. Just flex your bicep until the ice cream surrenders. Don't be a wuss. All right. Telemarketer calls. Don't hang up. Engage in a battle of wits until the telemarketer begs for mercy. Don't be a wuss. All right. Facing a flat pack furniture assembly, the IKEA stuff.
Yeah.
Grab the instructions. Tackle it with determination. It's just an adult Lego. Don't be a wuss.
That's so true.
All right. Stuck in traffic? Don't honk your horn. Rev your engine until the surrounding cars apologize and make way. Don't be a wuss. Sitting in a dentist chair? Maintain eye contact with the intimidating dental tools. It's just a tiny medieval torture chamber for your teeth. Don't be a wuss.
That's just awkward.
When posting on social media, don't use filters. Just simply stare at the camera until your inner ruggedness comes out. Don't be a wuss.
What the hell are you staring at?
And battling for an armrest on a flight,
Oh,
assert your dominance. It's just an in-flight arm wrestling match. If you think about it. Don't be a wuss.
What was this one?
That one?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, pulled over for a speeding?
Yeah.
Don't contest the ticket. Challenge the officer to a thumb wrestling match for a chance to avoid the fine. Don't be a wuss.
Yeah. That's notable. I'll write it down.
There you go. Don't be a wuss tonight on the Alpha Men podcast. This portion of the Alpha Men podcast is proudly presented by Ohana Sports Cards on Facebook. Ohana means family, and that's how they treat their customers, like family. Check out Ohana Sports Cards on Facebook and become part of the Ohana family. Awesome card breaks from football, baseball, basketball, and so much more. Ohana Sports Cards on Facebook. That's OHANA Sports Cards. Ohana Sports Cards.
Here are this week's signs of the coming apocalypse. We present the case. You deliver the verdict. This is Man Court. All rise. The sometimes honorable T.J. Michaels presiding. Raising a glass in the bar on manly comedy.
This thing has its own mind. I have no clue what's going on. I ain't pushed any of those buttons. You there?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I was like, I have no clue. Man Court. Welcome to Man Court. Go ahead, do your thing.
All right, Man Court, testosterone meets testimony. Dilemmas are discussed with the precision of a chainsaw wielding surgeon. I am the sometimes honorable T.J. Michaels, and in this arena, men come to seek justice and occasionally throw verbal haymakers. Our plaintiff is about to face the scrutiny of not only the courtroom, but also the discerning eyes and ears of our esteemed freak jury. And you can join the freak jury tonight just by commenting wherever you're watching. And if you've got advice for our Man Court plaintiff tonight, we'd love to hear from you. If you have a problem, you'd like the help of the freak jury in Man Court, you can send it to us at alphamenpodcast.com or send us a private message to really one of our 7,000 social media sites. I can't even name all of them. We have so many. But in the Man Court arena tonight, it is the case of the noisy neighbors. And our plaintiff on Man Court is not a man. Oh, look, a lady.
Really?
Sarah from Granbury, Texas. Docket number 240212. And she writes, "Hey, TJ and John, it's Sarah. I'm emailing you for a little advice. My boyfriend was listening to your podcast in the car the other day on the iHeartRadio app. And we heard man court. So if you have a few minutes, I think it might be the perfect venue for this problem we're having. So my boyfriend and I moved in together 2 months ago, and it was going really well till new neighbors moved in. The new neighbors are a couple like us. They're in their mid to late 20s. The only problem is they have really loud sex just about every night. We hear all of it, from the dirty talk in the beginning to the loud oh gods towards the end. The problem is that it really gets my boyfriend turned on. As soon as he hears them going at it, he wants us to go at it too. But it does the opposite for me. Just makes me frustrated and mad. So now we're fighting about it. What should I do? This new couple is really ruining my relationship. Sarah in Granbury, Texas. Okay.
Well, I can put a disclaimer up before we listen, this is from a man's point of view because Miss Sarah might
Sarah, don't get married.
Right.
She's clearly a lunatic.
No, she is not a lunatic. All right, not a lunatic. All right, but okay. So the neighbors are getting it on every night, and they're really loud, and you're having a hard time with it. Your boyfriend is like, "Why am I not getting?" Here's what's happening. The boyfriend is actually going, "That lucky SOB."
No, he's being competitive. It's his competition side of him.
But he's also going, how come he's getting it every night and I'm not getting it every night? What the hell's going on here? All right, that's what's happening. Okay. And to him, I would say, don't get married. Okay. All right. So that's all there's to it. But there are things you can do, Sarah. All right. Obviously, a white noise machine might take care of the problem. You know what I mean? You know, you tell your boyfriend it's the latest in sexy ambience or something like that. You can turn the tables when the neighbors start going at it. You know, you could blast your own soundtrack. You know, maybe a podcast about medieval history or something like that. Something your boyfriend might find less of a turnoff. I don't know.
Or just
just my gut tells
challenge the bell.
Right. You could remind your boyfriend that not everyone's romantically inspired by the sounds of the neighbor's bedroom Olympics. Okay. You could create your own soundtrack to fire back across the wall, like the Barney theme or something like that. Something that would ruin their night.
Yeah.
You know. But you could also, just communicate with your boyfriend how the situation generally makes you feel, and you know what? Find compromise. But part of compromise is giving it up every once in a while. Unfortunately, I mean,
but
that's the reality of it.
But marriage is like just waiting.
Actually, there's a comedian that does a really great comedy bit on this very, very exact problem.
I have a loud sex neighbor in our apartment building. I don't mind the sex noises. I can deal with the sex noises. It's the duration that I have a problem with. It's the hour and a half every night that I can't stand, because I'm just laying there in bed with my wife after like 45 minutes just going... Sorry.
Sorry.
It's a long time. He should take a break. He's going to cramp up right there, I would imagine. There has to be 3 people up there. There's no way there's 2 people. There's a phone crew. People are getting paid. I can't compete with professionals. I can't do it. I have a loud sex name.
That's Eddie Price. And that is Man Court tonight on the Alpha Men podcast.
I'm reading that last picture you put up. That's pretty good.
Oh, yeah. My neighbors complained about me groaning too loud having sex in the morning. And if only they knew I was just trying to put my socks on.
That's me.
Sucks getting old. That's Man Court this week on the Alpha Men podcast.
Let's go to Daytona.
Gentlemen, start your engine. Express pressing him for the top spot.
He is out in the outside groove.
Some debris on the back straightaway.
Two dudes, one podcast, infinite laughs.
Well, Daytona's here. I'm here.
John is in Daytona for Speed Week this week. He's now going to whine and tell you how long of a week it is.
It's a long ass week. It really is, but there's a lot going on. So yeah. I mean, it's there's a lot to get the show going. This is our Super Bowl. I mean,
absolutely.
What sport gets our biggest show first thing? I mean, nobody else does it. What we do. And then we do the rest of the season, and then we crown the champion. And there's some crown jewel races between now and the end of the year. 600, Indy, Darlington, Talladega. Some would say. I say yes. Some say no. It's not considered a crown jewel race, but Talladega is wild. But yeah, but we got all the scoring equipment ready, so we're ready to go for tomorrow night.
Action-packed week. Tomorrow night, 8:15. You kick it off with single vehicle qualifying, 1 lap and 2 rounds, and the top 2 lock in first and second place to start the 500. Yep. And then Thursday, the Truck Series kicks off their show with practice.
Yeah, then we do the duels? We used to be doing Bud duels. Mm-hmm. Now they call them the Blue Green Vacation duels, and we run Duel 1 and Duel 2.
Yeah,
which I never saw, and I believe Duel 1 is. Odd finishing numbers, and then the second duel is even finishing numbers. That's how the rest of the field will be stacked. Mm-hmm. And remember, these guys ain't going out there with no practice tomorrow or Thursday. They're going out there just to qualify.
Haven't even shaken the cars down at all.
We do practice on was it Friday? We do a Friday practice, and we do a
so the Blue Creek. The duels are at 7:00 on Thursday. Yep. Friday, the Truck Series qualifies at 3. And then you get Xfinity and Cup practice after that.
Yep.
And then the trucks have the 250-mile race on Friday night, right?
Yep, 100 laps. Trucks is always – it's a wild show. I mean, Truck Series is probably my favorite of the 3 just to watch because they're all new drivers mostly.
There's a lot of times that the Truck Series is the most entertaining race of the weekend. I mean, a lot of times.
I love seeing the new guys get out there. The new guys, the young guys, get out there and showcase their ability. I mean, it's crazy. So
and then Sunday is the big day, the Great American Race.
2:30.
Daytona 500, 2:30 start time, 200 laps, 500 miles. Who you got? You got anybody?
I'm honestly by.
You can't. You're not picking
not even if I could. I mean, everybody's favorite.
Yeah. Me.
I just don't really think I could put a finger on somebody who I'd pick. Honestly, I'm straightforward, unbiased about it.
I'm going with somebody who's had a really, really rough 2022 or 2023. I think I think Chase Elliott rebounds.
Big Chase, Chase
comes out, gets a 500 win. I think that's it. I think the other favorites obviously are Denny Hamlin, but. Denny Hamlin is a big one for a 500 win.
He's one of few.
Yeah.
What about
and there are a bunch of storylines that we could follow leading into this race. I mean, Denny very well could be the main character of the 2024 season. I mean, he's in the new Netflix docuseries Speed. Out in Los Angeles on Saturday night of last week, he won the Busch Class at the Coliseum, and so he's off to the right start.
Yeah,
but it's really tough to pick a winner at Daytona because it all could go to crap on the last lap. I mean, you've got guys like Derek Cope, who won one NASCAR race, just one his entire career. And
remember Trevor Bayne? I mean, he pulled the Cinderella story.
Yeah. So, I don't know how much do you think we can read into this weekend from what happened out at the Coliseum? Is there anything you can take from what happened out at the Coliseum to Daytona? I mean, it's two completely different racing surfaces and types of tracks.
Two different, it's apples and oranges there. But, I mean, guys who are having issues in the, last Coliseum last year, Driving a car, it becomes that. I'm not a driver at all, but I've been around it for 24 seasons. Driving your car is all about the feel because you're supposed to be all even stock. So, I mean, going from LA Coliseum to Daytona, they know what they're getting into. Different engines, different packages.
Sure.
So, I don't think.
Well, and if you struggled at the Coliseum, like Christopher Bell, who didn't make the show out there, okay,
that was crazy.
A lot of eyes going to be on you in Daytona, and to see if that bad luck continues. And of course, one of the other stories, of course, is the Joey Logano Ty Gibbs thing, which sparked last year at Martinsville in the fall, and of course we had it back at the Clash. And is this going to be a story that we talk about all season this year? Are these tempers going to boil over this year? And we're going to see a lot of that. Time will tell. But there's a whole bunch of drivers who won in 2022, but did not win in 2023. Alex Bowman, okay, won in 2022. Best finish of 2023 was third. Okay, Chase Briscoe won in 2022. Best finish was fourth. Austin Cindric, Austin Dillon, Eric Jones, Daniel Suarez, Bubba Wallace all won in 2022, but did not win in 2023. So a lot of eyes going to be on them for the Great American Race coming up Sunday at Daytona. And that's the racing rundown, I guess, this week.
Yeah, just I'm excited to see who wins. All the series. We got ARCA here. We got all major series. So I'm excited to see who wins.
Yeah, it's good to have NASCAR back Sunday. And what is it, 2:30?
2:30 on Fox. So
that's the racing rundown this week on the Alpha Men Podcast.
Here are this week's signs of the coming apocalypse. This is the Alpha Men Podcast.
We bring you the signs of the coming apocalypse this week because we're all doomed. It's just all there is to it. This is a collection of bizarre stories from the past week that tell you we don't have long. We really, really don't. All right? Valentine's Day, big day for chocolate fans tomorrow. But if you bought someone these, you probably deserve to get dumped. I'm just saying.
What is it?
Okay.
Like a mint
chocolate infused with broccoli is now a thing that exists.
Why?
A broccoli grower.
My son would love that.
A broccoli grower in the UK called Tender Stem partnered with a chocolate company for it. They're calling it Tender Chalk.
My son loves broccoli. He loves chocolate, so he loves those. Here's the thing:
Tender Chalk. You realize Brock Chalk was right in front of you there, and you didn't choose that? I mean. Why would Tender Chalk? Why wouldn't you go with Brock Chalk?
Because I think the word broccoli for the people would probably wouldn't like it.
Each box has 9 pieces of dark chocolate filled with a blend of cream and pureed broccoli. That is freaking disgusting. All right.
I kind of want to try it.
They only made a limited number of boxes, so just people in the UK can buy it right now.
Of course,
but could be. If it's a hit, who knows? Yeah. Next, PD.
I can see Connor going, but Mom, I'm eating healthy.
Absolutely. What vegetable do you want? I'm going to have the Brock Chalk for dinner.
Brock Chalk.
Yeah. PETA announced this week they want carousels in amusement parks to no longer have animal designs. Yes, PETA is now trying to stop us from enjoying fake animals. Okay. They sent a letter to the president of a company known for making carousels, asked him to end the production and sale of animal-themed carousels that normalize the use of animals as conveyances and amusements.
This makes my head hurt.
PETA suggests replacing animals with vehicles such as cars, airplanes, spaceships, and bulldozers, or with whimsical designs like rainbows, shooting stars, and brooms. Okay? All right, PETA. Now, I'm going to suggest something to you, okay? Just as absurd as this request. If you want us to stop using fake wooden animals, then you have to stop making and eating plant-based meat. Okay? All right? No more tofurkey. No more Impossible steaks, sausages. No more Impossible Whoppers. All right? No, if we can't ride a fake horse, then you can't eat fake meat. Okay? And that's just all there's to it. Finally, humans' days are numbered.
What the hell?
According to a man who claims to be a time traveler, the guy known only as Javier. And there you see him. He has shared videos of his trips to 2027 on TikTok. All of his videos feature abandoned roads, stores, landmarks, including Italy's Leaning Tower of Pisa and Britain's House of Parliament. One of the videos shows the supposed time warper claiming to have stolen the Mona Lisa from the Louvre in France.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
And Javier even claims to have broken into soccer star Lionel Messi's house where he held a World Cup trophy. All right. So here's the thing about this. You see these videos, and I watch some of them, and you could easily go, oh, well, he's shooting these videos like wicked early in the morning when no one's on the street or no one's in the store, or no one, whatever's going on. Here's the problem. There are videos of him like on the streets of major cities, and there's clocks, like lit clocks on the streets and everything
it's
else.
It's not like CGI or whatever.
It does not appear to be. And it says like 5:30 in the afternoon, when there definitely would be people on the streets. But I don't know how he's doing it, but it's weird. And a lot of people are talking about it. Claims to be a time traveler who is in the year 2027 in another dimension. For what it's worth. Huh?
Let's watch the video.
Okay.
I'm confused.
Watch the video.
So let's just be all live.
Mm-hmm. He's live streaming this stuff when it's put up.
But how's electricity?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, electricity, you're going to have people. People are going to have electricity. I mean, you're not going to run a power grid.
He claims he is in 2027 in a world where there are no people.
Lots of footprints there. Walk around a lot.
I don't know. There you have it. 2027.
Yeah, but you can change that. I can do that now on my computer.
I don't know.
No. This guy's, I mean, the where is it? Right here. What the frick did I push? What do? Walk around like a freaking seagull all day?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Looking for a French fry?
Maybe those are old footprints.
For 2027 on an ocean that's breezier than hell. I can open this door now. It's windy. This guy's delusional. I busted this myth right there. Good story.
That's this week's Science. Coming Apocalypse on the Alpha Men Podcast.
Is it fact or is it crap on the Alpha Men Podcast? Cracking jokes and cold ones.
That still throws me off having that audio in the middle. I like it. It just throws me off. I'm not used to it.
Fact or crap this week. This is how it works. We're going to ask John a series of questions. He's going to tell us if it's fact or if it's crap. And John is not the brightest bulb in the bunch, so you can help him out by commenting wherever you're at. If you think you can give him a hand on some of this stuff, just comment. Because sometimes he needs help. Here we go. Fact or crap, John. Trench coats were used quite literally in the trenches.
They were. True. Fact.
That is correct. The jacket was originally an item of clothing for the Army officers, developed for World War I. And it basically shows that influence and styling. Fact or crap, there are no cemeteries in San Francisco, California. Just the dead hope of a Super Bowl trophy.
Oh.
Sorry.
Wow. Let's wait for Pete's comment on that one. It's a city, but again, I'm going to say crap.
It is crap. The city has a handful of cemeteries, including San Francisco National Cemetery. Fact or crap, toy giant Mattel invented the first Frisbee. First
Crap?
Frisbee was invented by Mattel. Is that fact or crap?
Crap. I'm not sure on this one at all.
That is crap. Whammo was the toy company that first trademarked the flying disc. So there you have it. Fact or crap, if you cut an earthworm in half, both halves can regrow their body.
Fact.
That is crap.
No,
Only half of an earthworm can regenerate when it's cut in half, not both halves. So, yeah.
Oh, shit, you are right.
Fact or crap, lightning never strikes in the same place twice.
Well, I have not, well, I can't confirm or deny I've seen it actually happen, but I'm going to say it's true. It's a fact.
Fact that lightning never strikes twice in the same place?
No, it can hit the same spot twice.
Okay, so that's crap.
Crap,
Oh.
yes.
Yes, it is crap. In fact, lightning strikes in the same place quite a lot. The Empire State Building gets struck over 100 times a year. So, fact or crap, if you cry in space, the tears just stick to your face.
I think I've heard this. Fact.
That is fact. If you watch, there's a video of Chris Hadfield demonstrating on board the International Space Station. If you want, the tears just hang there. Fact or crap? Snails can sleep for up to a year at a time.
I mean, they're slow at everything, so I mean, fact.
It is crap.
And
in fact, snails can actually sleep for up to 3 years at a time.
Why would you sleep that long? Were they teenagers?
Fact or crap, the longest time between twins being born is 87 days.
Holy crap. That one was labor. I'm going to, God, it's got to be true. Something screwed up. Fact.
Maria Jones-Elliott went into labor 4 months early in 2013 and gave birth to her daughter Amy. But it was 3 more months until her twin sister Katie was born. The previous record was 84 days. It is fact. 87 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bless that woman's heart. I watched my wife do 27 hours and then like 4. But
yeah.
Oh my God.
I almost missed my first one. I missed there was a bar right next to the hospital and it was happy hour and he was thirsty. No, I'm kidding. Wow. I'm kidding.
Haley?
Fact or crap, a group of frogs is called a hop.
Oh. A hop?
A group of frogs is called a hop.
I figure they're called Budweiser.
A hop of frogs.
I mean, it sounds right. I'm going to say fact.
That is crap. The official term for a group of frogs is an army of frogs.
Huh.
Final one. Fact or crap, humans can distinguish between over 1 trillion different smells.
A trillion?
1 trillion.
Oh my God. I'm going to say crap. I don't see us being that smart.
That is fact.
Wow.
Over 1 trillion different smells we can distinguish. Still not as good as a dog's nose. You know?
How many smells dogs? I mean, how many smells are there in the world?
I don't know. But the human nose is still pretty incredible. So there you have it, fact or crap tonight on the Alpha Men podcast.
Hold on. 10 trillion different scents, according to a new study.
Right.
Jesus. That's a lot of sense. All right, we're going to use this crap I put together here. It's a lot of useless crap. It's a useless segment, but hey, it works.
This is the Alpha Men Podcast.
Alrighty. Useless things.
Yeah. The stuff I found on the internet. You know when you get in those rabbit holes of stories where you start like reading like top 10 this, top 10, you know.
A picture of a sign that says sign not in use.
Then why put the freaking sign up? I mean, what's the point? It makes zero sense. So, I mean, just like I said, I was in a rabbit hole of useless crap, and I'm like, hey, I'll make a quick segment about this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Number 2, why would you make a freaking visor to block sun out and make it clear? Makes zero sense.
Sun visor. Yeah.
You might as well just wear freaking glasses without lenses. I mean, same concept.
True.
Yep. Oh, this segment pisses me off. This one pissed me off the most. Why? I mean, why would you make a DVD of the most epic YouTube videos ever?
The DVD is called YouTube. The most epic YouTube videos ever.
You have YouTube. Why would you make a DVD?
Just go to YouTube.
And then, and I actually did some research on this because it pissed me off so much. I was reading about it. There's multiple volumes.
That's crazy.
It's stupid.
Well, I guess if you don't have internet,
and
you don't have a computer, and you're living in the 1980s and you're still using DVDs, but you want to know what's going on,
well, if you have all that, then how do you know what the hell YouTube is?
That's true.
I mean, it pissed me off. I saw that. I was like, are you serious?
Yeah.
For the golfers out there, why the hell would you make a camouflage golf ball? I've watched people walk on golf courses for hours looking for their ball.
It's camouflage.
It was just like,
you guys go ahead. You guys do the back nine. I'm going to be a little while.
Oh, my God. Then this one, the sign says, mirrors not in use, do not use. Clearly, you can see the freaking mirror. Secondly, why would you put a sign on it? Take the freaking mirror down.
I bet you this is I bet you this is at a school somewhere where the kids are spending 12 hours a day in the bathroom shooting TikTok videos. I bet you that's where it comes from.
Well, give them a little secret. The mirror's still in use. Look, see them. Holy crap.
Well, it may be in use, John, but if you notice, you can't see the guy's face who's taking the picture. And that's what TikTok videos are all about. So you're not going to shoot a very effective TikTok video with that sign in the way.
That sign means the same as this sign. What's the freaking point?
Useless things tonight on
there's
the.
More.
There is more?
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Oh, jeez.
Why?
Yeah.
Why would you take a typewriter from the 1800, 1900, whatever? It's not obvious. It's a modern one.
Yeah.
Use your tablet to type. Are we that freaking lazy?
Yeah. That's pretty stupid.
And then
you
can buy pills that are gold flakes so your poop is shiny. It's $400 for a 30-pack of these. Paper or this vial of
wait a minute. So the whole point of the pill is to make your poop sparkle.
Yes. What do? Take a dump, put your hand in, pull it out, and go, well, look at that. It's all sparkly. Come on. What the
No, but admit you've taken pictures.
I've taken pictures now with shit in it, but now I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to make a segment.
John's taking pictures. Right there is impressive.
Yeah, and there's been a couple. I've been very impressed with them. I wouldn't share it to everybody, but look at my sparkly turd. And then the final useless thing I can only find on the internet always.
Oh, useless things. There you go. That's it right there.
And that's it.
That's the crescendo. Yeah, that's pretty useless right there. Yeah, absolutely. That is useless things tonight on the Alpha Men Podcast. This portion of the Alpha Men Podcast is proudly presented by Ohana Sports Cards on Facebook. Ohana means family, and that's how they treat their customers, like family. Check out Ohana Sports Cards on Facebook and become part of the Ohana family. Awesome card breaks from football, baseball, basketball, and so much more. Ohana Sports Cards on Facebook. That's OHANA Sports Cards.
The Alpha Men on Sports, a segment we call Your Team Sucks. No filter, all funny.
All righty, here we go. Philadelphia Eagles have been tapped to play the NFL's first ever game in Brazil. They're going to open the season next season. Game 1, week 1 in Brazil. New York Jets fans are hoping their team is also sent to Brazil and forced to stay there. The XFL and USFL, now that the NFL season is over, about ready to start. March 30th is their inaugural weekend. They have merged into something new called the UFL, the United Football League. The owners realized joining forces would make it much easier for them to file for bankruptcy after this year. That's nobody can make off-season football work.
Well,
and it sucks because I'm a big fan of, you know what? Some football is better than some football, but nobody seems to be able to make this.
It's kind of like the same thing as like SRX.
Yeah.
I mean, you're competing apples against oranges here.
Yeah, I know, and you can go all the way back to the USFL. Like when I was a kid, there was the Philadelphia Stars in Philadelphia
back in the 50s. Yep.
Stop. Anyway, now on to the Super Bowl. The Taylor Swift effect is real. Super Bowl 58. 123.4 million viewers. It will go down as the most watched Super Bowl in history. All right. Last year's Chiefs-Eagles game set the previous record with 115 million. This one, 123.4 million viewers.
Wow.
So, that's almost 10 million more. The Kansas City Chiefs, of course, beat the San Francisco 49ers in overtime, 25-22 in Super Bowl 58. I called it, said it was going to be a one-score game.
Yeah.
Said the last team with the ball was going to win the game.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, on last week's show, told you it was going to be 24-23. It ended up being 25-22. I don't think you get any closer than that. I just don't. But seventh longest game in NFL history. By the time it ended, Patrick Mahomes' dad was sober again. Actually, by the time it ended, we were all sympathetic, well-meaning elderly people with poor memories.
Yeah.
At one point, the game disrupted.
Hold on.
Yeah, there
That's
you go. There you go. Right.
I see it.
Yeah.
Your numbers are wrong.
Are they?
Yeah.
At one point, the game was disrupted by a shirtless streaker. Jason Kelsey, get some help, will you please?
Which one is it? Your numbers are all skewed up here. There you go, Jason.
Yeah, there you go. Travis Kelsey, a lot of people talking about this. You see, he bumped into Andy Reid during the sideline, big blow up. 12 hours later, Reid was still jiggling, but nonetheless. A lot of people are going, oh, my. Oh, Taylor Swift's in trouble. Oh, he's a violent man. Look at that. Look at the violence. Look at that. And I have a little bit of a different perspective. In that, okay, how many chances do you think you get to go to the Super Bowl?
In their lifetime, maybe twice if they're lucky. Most teams.
And how much of his life has Jason or Travis Kelsey put into training, practicing, becoming the best at what he does for that one game?
Yeah.
His whole life.
I get where you're going with that.
Okay. Now, the other thing is, Andy Reid is not a high school football coach. A high school football coach can go, hey, go hit the bench, right? Yep. But Andy Reid knows that he only gets so many of these chances. He's had 3 and won 3, okay? But with Kansas City. But he certainly wasn't going to bench Travis Kelsey, okay? And that's what it takes to go out there and have people run full speed at you while you're jumping in the air to catch a ball and know you're going to get plastered on the ground. It takes that kind of intensity. So I think you really need to give Travis Kelce a break. Or
I mean,
Jason Kelce.
I get the passion of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but in the end, I
It's
agree
a
with you
Super
saying.
Bowl, dude.
I agree.
It's a Super Bowl.
100%. But he's got to respect the coach as the coach.
Yeah, I mean, after the game was over, Andy laughed about it. So I really don't think it really kind of meant anything to him. So but this idea that somehow Travis Kelce is some wife beater now because he blew up on the sidelines during the freaking Super Bowl is ridiculous. Okay,
that's just society saying, making up bullshit stories.
Yeah, absolutely. During his halftime show, Usher paid tribute to Michael Jackson. And then he ripped off his shirt and paid tribute to Janet. And after the game, Travis Kelce gave Taylor Swift a passionate kiss, of course, because we got to talk about it. Don't even ask what Andy Reid did to the all-you-can-eat buffet at the MGM Grand.
He destroyed it.
Yeah, absolutely. But look, I mean, the game started out lower scoring affair than a lot of people were predicting. A lot of the analysts predicted. I knew it was going to be a low-scoring game. Of course, you had the trick play from Christian McCaffrey into the end zone, thanks to the pass from Juan Jennings, and only touchdown in the first half. Chiefs were really visibly frustrated going into halftime, down 10-3. Second half started off with more of the same, a lot of punts, a couple of turnovers until Marquez Valdez-Scantling got that touchdown reception, giving them a 13-10 advantage. And then the Niners were able to regain control thanks to Jennings' touchdown catch in the fourth quarter, but missed that extra point. And that's the whole ball game right there. Right?
I thought Jennings should have been MVP.
Made the score 16-13. At one point would be pivotal.
Yeah.
And Harrison Butker kicked the field goal, knotted things up at 16 apiece with 5:47 left to play. Less than 2 minutes to go. Jake Moody nails a 53-yard field goal to give the 49ers the lead once again. There was just one problem. Patrick Mahomes had 1 minute and 53 seconds left on the clock. And you can't give Patrick Mahomes 1 minute 53 left. Butker struck again, 6 seconds left. Game-tying field goal sends the game into overtime, 19-19. Only the second time in history that the Super Bowl went to OT. And then it looked like 49ers were in the driver's seat. 7-minute, 38-second drive.
Yeah.
To start overtime. Moody boots another field goal, giving them a 22-19 lead. And then the Chiefs get the ball back. And that overtime field goal was where the Niners lost the game. With seconds left to play, Mahomes threw the game-winning touchdown pass to Mecole Hardman Jr., giving them a 25-22 lead. Back-to-back Super Bowl titles. Last time that happened, 19 years ago, with the New England Patriots. Patrick Mahomes walks away with MVP honors. Yeah. And incidentally, the over-under on the game was 47.5. So that missed extra point earlier in the game, it could sting a bit, but take solace in the fact that that had that point been made, there would have been no overtime. So 2 record-setting field goals set in the game. Mm-hmm. Second quarter, Moody drilling a 55-yarder. And that was the longest field goal in Super Bowl history at the time. That stood for 31 years. Previous record, 54 yards, set in 93 by Buffalo kicker Steve Christie. But Moody's record didn't even last 2 quarters. Yeah. Because in the third quarter, Kansas City, Harrison Butker came out 57 yards.
That is insane.
That's an incredible deal. So Moody misses the extra point in the fourth quarter, which might have prevented the overtime. Chiefs, 9th team to repeat as Super Bowl champs. First since the Patriots did in 2004 and 5. 49ers have lost 3 Super Bowls, the last 3 Super Bowls they've appeared in. They've also lost in 2020 to the Chiefs, 2013 to the Baltimore Ravens. Somewhere Bills fans are saying, oh, yeah, cry me a river, But their last win in Super Bowl came in 1995 against the Chargers. and they are now 5-3 in Super Bowls. And Andy Reid and Kyle Shanahan were the fourth pair of head coaches to face each other in multiple games. And now the coach who won the first game is 4-0 in rematches. So,
and the Cowboys have won a Super Bowl recently than the 49ers.
Here's the difference.
Oh, here we go.
Here's the difference. The 49ers aren't out there sucking every year, calling themselves America's team.
We're still America's team.
Difference. No, not.
Yeah, you know what?
If you haven't won anything in 30 years, you're not America's team.
You know, I'm going to say that. I'm going to say it right now.
I got news for you. The Patriots are America's team. Right now. They are.
They're not.
Dude. Anyway.
It's in New England. That's it.
Okay. How many Super Bowls have you won? And how
I've
many
won
have
none.
the Patriots? Right. Okay. Patrick Mahomes, 28 years old, 28 years, 147 days old. On Sunday, became the first quarterback in NFL history to start 4 Super Bowls prior to turning age 30. That record was held by Tom Brady, who started his 4th Super Bowl at 30 at 184 days old. And this was the first Super Bowl to go to overtime since 2017, which is the only other overtime game. And that was when Tom Brady and the Patriots stormed back from a 27-3 deficit to beat the Atlanta Falcons. So, yeah. So as soon as the game is over, done, season's over, right? Hey, congratulations, Chiefs, you're the Super Bowl. All right, number one, that became the official time that all jerk-off Cowboys fans could say, this is our year. Okay? They could start saying it as soon as the season ended. Right? And as soon as the season was over, Las Vegas came out with betting ads for Super Bowl 59.
Of course they do.
So the 49ers are at plus 550. Kansas City Chiefs plus 750. Ravens plus 900. Bills plus 950. Detroit Lions, Chicago Bengals, or Cincinnati Bengals, plus 1,200. Miami Dolphins plus 1,700. And tied at plus 2,000, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Dallas Cowboys, and the Green Bay Packers. So, with that, the NFL season now behind.
Yep.
The league looking back with one regret from this past season. Making the audience pay for a streaming service to watch a playoff game. You don't really believe that, do you? They're not looking back at it. In fact, next season, at least one more playoff game will only be available to subscribe to a streaming service. This time around, the game will be on Amazon Prime. And according to multiple sources, the first was the Wall Street Journal. Last season, Peacock reportedly paid $110 million for the rights to show the game they did and live stream.
That one game,
$110 million. All right.
I don't remember what the game was.
It was a postseason game.
I know, but I don't remember who played.
I don't either. But next season's postseason game, that figure is going to go up. That's all there is to it. And we'll end Your Team Sucks tonight with a team that doesn't suck, and that would be the team of security at the Super Bowl, who with amazing speed and agility scored a win for fans everywhere against the dreaded drunk streakers.
Holy shit!
You're going down, dude.
Oh, there's two!
And down.
And down. Can you imagine? Can you imagine paying that much money to get arrested?
Well,
right? You paid that much money to get arrested. You could have done the same thing down the street at the Dollar General and not paid $10,000.
There's a notorious thing. There's always a bet if there's going to be a streaker at the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
There's always a bet, and usually it's somebody who dumps $5,000-$10,000 on the bet, and the odds of it, being it happening is very rare. But that idiot will spend, say the ticket's $10,000. It is $10,000.
Right.
He'll spend $10,000, take another $10,000, put it down on that bet for $10,000.
Right.
He's going to triple.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's going to pay himself.
Right.
He's going to go out there, get arrested, spend 24 hours a night in jail, whatever the hell long they keep you in jail, because there's no criminal charges.
Right.
You just have to do some time in a lockup, and then he walks out and makes $20,000, $30,000, $40,000.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a no-brainer.
That makes sense.
Want to go Super Bowl next year?
No.
We'll streak together.
No.
You start at one end, I'll set the other. We'll belly smash.
They don't have a wide angle lens that big.
We'll belly smash it together right in the middle.
I really don't. That's Your Team Sucks, the Alpha Men on Sports this week on the Alpha Men podcast.
I can see that. The cameras.
The Alpha Men podcast salutes hidden heroes. This is the Alpha Men podcast.
All right, we told you at the beginning of the show about the big historic flooding that happened in California this past week. Our hidden heroes this week are a pair of delivery drivers from Southern California who found themselves in an unlikely life or death situation during the flash flooding and the heavy rainfall in California last week. And I think we actually have a video of them reacting to what happened.
Oh, no!
Yeah. There you see it. Car going off the road during the heavy rainfall.
Oh, no!
I'm trying to get it off there. Hold on.
Thomas Cavoyan and William Solis were driving down the highway when they witnessed a car in front of them hydroplane off the road and flip over multiple times. It then went down a steep embankment into a canyon, and Solis quickly pulled their delivery truck off the road. Cavoyan ran over to help the passengers in the car, which was upside down in a river. And standing knee-deep in the water, Cavoyan tried to open the vehicle's doors, but ended up pulling the occupants out through the windows when the doors failed to open. I think we have another video.
Yep.
It sideways, and it just started flipping like 15 times.
Oh, my God.
Look at that thing. Crazy.
Wow.
And there it is upside down. And
it's sideways.
Absolutely crazy. The rescue driver and passenger, believe it or not, were shaken but alive and available to walk away from the accident. And grateful for the quick response of the heroic delivery drivers. And they are our hidden heroes this week. Thomas Cavoyan and
Cheers.
William Solis from Southern California. That's Hidden Heroes on the Alpha Men podcast.
Last call!
Last call. It's closing time. Two dudes, one podcast, infinite laughs.
We're live. He's a little delayed.
Well, closing time this week.
I was staring at you for like a minute. Like, you're going to talk?
Yeah, I just kept seeing the video roll over and over again with the voiceover on it.
Yeah, it's your internet.
Is it? Okay. I'm lagging a little bit. I apologize for that. We're going to try and get that fixed for next week. But the closing time item tonight is the special counsel's report this week on President Joe Biden. Biggest news of the week, right? It's everywhere. You can't get away from it.
Yeah.
Biden's possession of classified documents released, and like Gomer Pyle, surprise, surprise, surprise. They recommended no charges be filed. And we're talking about documents stored in a house that Hunter Biden, who was clearly selling influence to his father, lived at, next to a Corvette, documents he obtained when he was a senator and not and a vice president, not the president, which means the Presidential Records Act does not protect him at all. It's blatantly illegal.
Mm-hmm.
And documents that should have never been removed from the SCIF in the first place. So what really should have become welcome news for an administration was soured by some of the assessments that Special Counsel Hur made in the Biden report. And he said this, quote, Joe Biden is an old, well-meaning, elderly man with a poor memory. He described Biden's memory as hazy, fuzzy, faulty, poor, and having significant limitations. It was like a review of one of those cheap fog machines that you buy at the Spirit Halloween store, right? At least we know the White House is ready for spooky season, all treats and no charges. So the White House called last Thursday night an unusual press conference on short notice for Biden to address the report. And how did that go? not too good. About his son Bo's death, the report suggests that Biden couldn't remember when he died. And in the press conference, Biden questioned, quote, how in the hell dare he raise that? Referring to her. And he defended his abilities to serve as president. Everyone expected a mic drop last Thursday night, but instead we got a geography pop quiz as the president swapped Egypt for Mexico and the leaders from Egypt and Mexico. And hey, in his defense, both countries do have pyramids and great vacation spots, right? So he wasn't wrong. The White House has a new strategy for international relations. Just call every leader the president of Mexico, and we'll sort it out later. Kind of simplifies the briefings, and after misidentifying several world leaders, Biden's new Secret Service code, his code name, is now Google Maps. They're hoping to help them with directions or something. I don't know. So now what? All roads lead to the 25th Amendment. You've seen this over and over this week. Kind of like a Control-Alt-Delete on presidential powers when it's as clear as Crystal Pepsi that the dude just doesn't have it anymore. And while the media talking heads continue to tell you that Biden is still sharp as a $3,000 Damascus steel kitchen knife, I think the Eagles, the classic rock band, put it best when they said, you can't hide your lion eyes. Okay?
Yeah.
All kinds of folks now saying, remarkably, this is the weaponization of the 25th Amendment. And look, you don't have to be the amazing Kreskin to recall that Democrats wanted to invoke the 25th Amendment on Trump just a few years ago. Mm-hmm. Not because he didn't have any mental acuity, but because they just didn't like what he was saying. And in this case, two things are clear. And one thing is a mystery. The two things, yes, as clear as the aforementioned Crystal Pepsi. Well, one, forget about all the cognitive faculty stuff. Forget about the mental acuity stuff. It was illegal for him to possess the documents in the first place, let alone have them in his garage.
Yeah.
Presidential Records Act doesn't cover him. He's not the president. He's not even, as the vice president, entitled to remove the stuff from the SCIF, or as a senator, remove the stuff from the SCIF. So that's number one. Number two, if you are, in fact, an old, well-meaning, elderly man with a poor memory and a mental capacity that has been described as hazy, fuzzy, faulty, poor, and having significant limitations, if you can't be charged because of that, then how the hell do you have the mental capabilities to be the president? And not only be the president, run for another term, another 4 years. And forget about 4 years. I'm worried about the next 5 minutes. The mystery in all of this, of course, is this isn't new. Hundreds of times over the last 4 years, Joe Biden has appeared not with it or not capable. And you think it's a coincidence that he didn't do the Super Bowl interview with the biggest television audience ever during an election year? Thanks to the Taylor Swift influence? You think it's a coincidence that Biden in 2020 didn't campaign and stayed in his basement and didn't do any campaign stops or rallies? COVID or no COVID? Presidency, there's a lot up for grabs. You see, the truth is that Joe Biden has been propped up by his handlers, his aides, his cabinet, and his family from the very beginning of his presidency. The documents in her report suggest that there is audio of him reading the classified documents to his biographer in 2017 that proves his dementia-like state started then. 2017.
Yep.
Whole year before he got the presidency.
You can see it.
So what is the mystery? The mystery is who actually is running the country. Because again, as clear as Crystal Pepsi, it ain't Joe Biden. And that's closing time tonight. That's going to do it for season 2, episode 6.
That was a little deep, man.
No. Well, I wrote that this weekend. Spent about an hour on it. But,
so you have obsession. You have obsession with crystal clear Pepsi.
You know, you look for analogies, and that.
What is this one here?
What's that? That's the Amazing Kreskin.
Oh, I hit the button, but I don't know why. Plus, I don't know how it was. I'm like, I ain't Joe Biden.
That is the Amazing Kreskin.
So we're here at Daytona, like I said, and hopefully Tuesday, if the weather cooperates this weekend, I'll have some, update from about Daytona, and then we go into Atlanta the following week.
Well, I wish you dry weather, my friend. It doesn't look like there's going to be, but we'll see.
It's Florida. I mean, the weather changes here quicker than it does in
It's
Vermont.
like Vermont. Wait 5 minutes.
It'll rain on one side of the road and be dry over here. So
yeah.
So we're hoping.
Well, listen, stay safe.
You
And that's going to do it for the Alpha Men Podcast, Season 2, Episode 6. Visit the man store at alphamenpodcast.com, and we will see you same bat time, same bat channel next Tuesday night at 8. And remember, in the game of manhood, you're the quarterback. Huddle up, call the play, and throw that winning overtime touchdown pass. We'll see you next time.
See you guys.
And that's a wrap. We hope you've had as much fun as we've had here at the Alpha Men Podcast. Remember, our advice might not solve your problems, but it surely will make them funnier. Before we bid you adieu, a big ol' thanks to our loyal pack of Alpha viewers. You all are the real MVPs, keeping us company on a roller coaster of a podcast ride. And thanks
Ohana Sports Cards on Facebook
and Garage Door Commander. Join us live Tuesday nights at 8. Visit alphamenpodcast.com and the Alpha Man store. Until next time, keep your feet in the gas. It's a checkers or wreckers world.
Put up or shut up.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down.